What's going on, guys? Welcome into everybody that's new and welcome back to everybody that isn't. Today we got ourselves a Riftbound Victor Champion deck, which will be including one pack and as well as like all the other little goodies that are inside this box. But I may end up getting the Jinx and the Lee Sin one later. I just wanted to see, like, if it's true what everyone's saying that these boxes are a little loaded. I feel like every single person that has opened one up has received something, unless they're like a ridiculously unlucky individual. But here's our champion deck. We'll go through this as well in detail. If you're only here for the pack, we'll just start with that right now. So you can go ahead and log off right after we open this up and we hit our signature card, right? Because that's what we're about to pull right now. And I feel it, and I'm going to manifest it because honestly, at that point, that would be kind of crazy. But yes, we will be going into detail with that Victor deck. Consult the past. Room Prison. Magma Worm. Daring Portal. Confront. I do love Confront. I have added that into my deck now with Volley, and it has been doing me wonders. But I do got to get better at making these decisions on the fly because I've made a few very easy mistakes that I just got to learn from. And we got ourselves a Misfortune Leader. All right, and we got, what is in the back? A Volley Bear, which, all right, look, we're talking about him, and we got him. And we got a Seal of Unity. All right, and a recruit at the end with the little rules, but I'm telling you, these boxes, I think they're legitimately loaded. Like, they got at least one good item inside, and I feel like we just got three. Yes, I know the leaders aren't worth anything and this and that, but hey, you at least got a cool new leader you can use if you're here. If you're interested in even playing this game, right? You got stuff that you can actually use. This Volley Bear, yeah, it's a dead card in hand, but this one is always nice to have if you have Dazzling Auroras. Because if you pull this guy and you slam him down, you'll get a couple draws before the enemy gets to get rid of it. But this is exciting. And then the seals. Seals are always good to have, no matter what deck you're trying to build. I feel like they could be useful for any deck. Anyways, guys, let's get into this Victor deck now. All right, so we're gonna go over this Victor deck to see just how good it is straight out the box. Now they should have some little tabs, but I feel like I'm never good at cutting those. I might just grab one of these little corners and just like go hog wild on it. And if it takes longer than a couple seconds, we'll see. You'll just see a little skip. No, we got it. We got it. We got it. Nothing to worry about. We do have tools such as our fingers. But I don't know why I can't grip onto that little side tab that I know that it has on the, like right here. There's like a little string you can see, but it's all good. We'll just break that. And we'll go ahead and start divvying out the loot. So we're already starting off first and foremost with Victor, the Herald of the Arcane. If you had no idea what these cards do, again, this is going to be more of a little detailed champion structure deck kind of vibe. So again, nothing's going to be different in any of these boxes, but maybe how people explain it might be different. So feel free to tag along. So Victor, this is your legend. This is one that's always going to be on the board prevalent, right? Like it'll be like over here, chilling. You can tap him to do his ability. And his ability specifically is you pay one rune, right? One mana basically. You tap this specific leader and you'll play one extra recruit token. It just says play. Most people like to hold until they get an actual conquer, but you'll be able to put, let's say, one of these down. And then that'll be like an extra unit that you can just have on the board if you have nothing else in hand. So it's always cool to have. Then we have Innovator. So this one could be one of the chosen champions. So you can either choose this one or the other Victor, which is going to be either one of each of the colors. So if this if this legend has blue and yellow, then you'll have one version of Victor that's blue and then one version of Victor that's yellow, both doing two completely different things. Which this one is when you play a card on an opponent's turn, play a recruit at your base. This one specifically states in your base. Oh, that was only one of them. Then we got Heimerdinger. I have all tap abilities of all friendly legends, units, and gear. Which, if they do have, I think they don't yet, but if they have a blue and an orange, Heimerdinger with Dazzling Aurora, you get an extra tap. Well, no, it's not a tap. It's just an end of turn. Never mind. Forgive me. Ignore what I was saying. I thought Dazzling was a tap for some reason. Grand Stratagem. This is the one that everyone likes to try to play around. This is the one that gives your friendly units, all of them, +5 for that specific turn. That one's always nice to have. Wraith of Echoes. This one's just like a witness card. I like calling them witness cards because they have to actually witness something happen so that it can actually have its effect activate. So this is the first time a friendly unit dies each turn. So the first one, right? Each die is each turn. You get to draw 1. So it's like a little mini draw engine right there. The Orb of Regret. This one is you tap this specific gear, because this is a gear, it's not a spell, even though it might look like one. This is specifically give a unit -1 this turn to a minimum of 1. So it helps, like, weaken the board or the battlefield before you actually go in with your units. Stupefy is always nice. So this one, let's say you're going to have a unit that's only in your battlefield, or sorry, your base. Most of the times with Victor, you're going to want to have that yellow Victor in your base because it can watch things die and then keep summoning things. This one, you can actually just put it on that Victor. It won't do anything to him other than just lower his might, which since he's not in battle, he may not be in immediate danger, but it'll help you at least to draw 1. So that one's always nice. Like if the enemy doesn't have a valid unit on the field, you can just use Stupefy on yourself. And I just got a nice lawnmower to my left. Then we got Cold the Weak. This is a Victor staple. Everybody loves using it. This basically lets you just kill a recruit, and you have to force your opponent to kill something they don't want to get rid of, which 90% of the time is just going to be a heavy hitter. This is one of your hidden spells. So hidden cards are pretty much, let's say if you have an extra rune up or that you already utilized, you can take that exhausted rune, recycle it, and you can put this down onto a battlefield you actually control, and then that card can be activated before or during a showdown, technically before the chain resolves. You can immediately just flip it over for no cost. The cost itself for hiding it is the 1 recycle, but you don't need to play this 2 and 1 power yellow, so you don't need to worry about that. Like if you don't want to like just play it outright, it's best to just have it as a hidden card. Then we got Smoke Screen. This one is very, very useful for saving your cards that get forced into a battlefield. This one's always nice to have. I've been seeing a lot of people run those, but you only get 2 in this one instead of 3. Then we got Back to Back. Again, just some might. You're just getting yourself a buff. The Sprite Call. Now, this is another healthy unit card right here. This one is you just play a 3 Sprite unit with temporary. Most people like to just play it immediately, ignoring like the hidden cost, let's say, just to get it out. Like have a 3 damage or 3 might Sprite and have it attack. It'll go into the battlefield with other units, but that one will just go away before the units actually score the point, which hence the temporary keyword. But this one, always cool to just have like a nice little like a battering ram. I feel like doesn't matter if that one dies at all. We got Consult the Past, which is just draw 2, but it's a hidden and a reaction. I didn't know that was a hidden. I feel like most people just play it outright. Then we got Soaring Scout. Always good to have in your first hand, so you can just force them onto the field. And also, you can kill them yourself, right? Like, if you want to use your Cold the Weak or your Hidden Blade on him, you'll be able to draw 1. So you can have him score a point and then get killed to just get you another card in your hand. Eager Apprentice. Always nice because you can lower the cost of spells. Get 3 of those. Cruel Patron. You just want to sacrifice pretty much your recruits when you see this guy come out, because his additional cost is that you do have to kill something. So you can always just go ahead and kill one of your recruits. The Jewel Colossus, just a tank, pretty much just a tank, and it lets you look at the top card of your deck via this vision tag. You can either recycle it or you can just put it back on the top and then wait for your next turn to draw them. Or obviously with the draw engine card, you can get them right away if it's something important. And then we get to our locations. Trifarian War Camp gives everything +1. We have the Grand Plaza. When you hold here, if you have 7 units, you win the game immediately. I don't think I've seen a single person win with that yet, at least in my locals. I don't see anybody running that. Mushroom Pouch. At the start of your beginning phase, if you control 1 face-down card, you get to draw 1. So it's working around your hidden cards, pretty much. This one is when you play a spell, give it a +1. So if you have multiple spells that are low cost, that unit can become even a 4 might unit before they go and attack. And if you can mix this with the Victor, then when you're playing a card midway, then you can get not only a buff for the Raven Bloom, you can get a recruit token during the turn of your opponent, which, I mean, why would you not want to have that in, right? I had a little bit of a technical difficulty with the camera. I don't know why it was forced as blurry, or was out of focus for whatever reason. Well, I didn't even talk about Noxian Drummer yet. So Noxian Drummer is when I move to a battlefield, play a 1 recruit unit token, but only when she moves. It's not when you play her to an open battlefield, or sorry, to a controlled battlefield. If you play her to a controlled battlefield, it does not activate this ability. It specifically states when I move. Read the card. Nope, this is another location. Altered to Unity. When you hold here, play a recruit unit token in your base. It's another one. And then I think this is all of our recruits, which double up as buffs. So if ever you need buffs, just look in the back of your recruit tokens. You'll be all right there. The Sprite, which is, again, is one of the tokens that comes from the Sprite call. So these are the 3 damage, or 3 might Sprite. And then all of our runes, which I think is 6 and 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Yeah, so pretty much those are the cards you'll get in this deck if you were to purchase it for yourself, guys. If you are interested, again, feel free to check out our Instagram. I may be putting up some alternate art cards that I no longer need there. But to be real, I've been holding on to almost all of them solely because I just want to keep making decks, and I just need all the cards that I can so I can actually go ahead and construct and have different ideas, or help out my friends if ever they need to find like some bulk cards or some uncommons and stuff. It helps. It's a completely different vibe from, instead of collecting, I'm playing for this specific card game. So it's like I'm not sure like what can I get rid of now that's not going to be useful later. It's different, but it's a nice vibe. I mean, I like it, right? Like it's definitely different. Also, I just think I realized my camera shifted. Don't know when that happened. Oh well, we'll deal with that when when the video gets edited. But yeah, that's probably why I started losing focus. But yes, I want to know if these packs truly are loaded or not. But this is now like the 4th starter deck that I have open that has pulled something nice, and I know my brother's gonna be very happy with the seal and the volley. Or sorry, not the volley. Yeah, the seal's nice. I feel like he won't mind it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit us up on Instagram and follow and subscribe and leave a comment and like and all the good things. And I hope to see you all in the next one. See ya.